Hello everyone, welcome to this question where we are going to have these piers, three of them, A, B, C, horizontally. C is northeast of A. This is a pretty important piece of information because this will tell me that this will be 90 degree here. Okay, and there's also a bearing of 200 degrees of B from A, which is also drawn for us. And from here, then we would then be able to get this. So for part A, right? First, I need to have angle BAC. Because then I would then be able to have, with this side given, angle given, or angle with a no, this side given, find BC. What rule do you think we should apply? Brilliant. Cosine rule. And that's what Mr. Tan is applying now. Okay, Mr. Tan, no space, so Mr. Tan going to just do some adjustment, okay? Okay, cosine 110 degrees, and after which I don't need to remember the square root. And this will give me a value of 609.99. 5 SF followed by 3 SF answer, 610 meter. Next, find the bearing of C from B. So this means that I would then have to draw the north arrow. So I would then, for this particular question, let me just create another diagram out so that it's easier for us to have a look. And I'm going to use green color for the north arrow at point B. So this is also the north arrow. They want the bearing of C from B, meaning that, so from the north arrow, and I will have to stop at this. So this will be the bearing that we will need to find. Okay, so I see two parts. Okay, the first part would require us to see that if I know this angle here, which I can find easily, then I would be able to get this part of the angle because I will have this interior angle, right? So that will be the first part. Second part though, I will need to find angle ABC. Since I already know BC, I could apply cosine rule again, or I could also make use of sine rule to find this purple angle ABC. Then I add them out. Okay, so there are two parts to this. So I'm going to name my first angle here, the black color angle, as alpha, and this one will be my beta. So angle alpha is equals to 360 minus away my 200 degrees. That will give me 160 degrees because this is angle at a point. Then my angle beta will be 180 minus 160 degree because this is our interior angles for parallel lines. 20 degrees. First part done. Second part. Angle ABC. I'm going to just apply cosine. You can use sine rule as well, okay? So cosine will be equals to, I will have my 470 and my, I will start off with 470 square. And my BC, 609.99 square minus 260 square over 2 times 470 and 609.99. That will give me 23.611 degrees to about 5 SF. And from here, I could then find my bearing of C from B. And this will be equal to 43.611 degree, but because this is a bearing, I do need to indicate there's a 0 in front. So final answer, 043.6 degree to 1 decimal place. Alright. Okay, let's look at the next part of this question. See part 1, I'm going to do at the side. That TA is a vertical building. Okay, so now we are talking about vertical building. 180 meter. A ferry sails from B towards C. Okay, so this is something that we need to understand. So I'm going to do part C at the side. So there is this ferry that sails from B towards C at a speed of 8 km per hour. And now we are required to find the time taken where the ferry has sailed, that the angle of elevation is the largest. Do take note, this corresponds to the shortest distance. Okay, of A from BC. So if I were to go over here, then for this particular diagram to zoom up, then you will see Mr. Tan drawing this purple color distance here, and I'm going to pour this point X. And there's this ferry that's going from this way, and this ferry, this boat here, this ferry going there at 8 km per hour. So later we will think about that. And we also have this angle already from previous part, 23.611 degrees. So if we were to focus on this purple color diagram or triangle, we would be able to get BX. This is adjacent side, this is hypo. So I'm going to apply CAH, cosine 23.611 degree is equals to BX over 470. This will give me the length of BX. Which is of course needed in order for us to calculate the time taken. This will be 430.65 meter to 5 SF. And the speed is given in kilometer per hour. So I'm going to further convert this to kilometer. And then from here, I would then be able to get the time taken. So the time taken will be equals to distance divided by speed. And do take note, this will give me in terms of hours, but going back to the question, they want nearest minute, so later on you would see Mr. Tan converting it to minutes. This will be equals to 0.05383 125 hours, which is equals to 3.2298 minutes. To the nearest minute would then be 3 minutes. Alright. And we are done with this C part 1, sorry. And the angle of elevation at that moment. So going back to this diagram, right, I'm going to draw a red color triangle. Do take note, this is actually a right angle triangle. So I'm going to do it at here, C part 2. To help you, T, A, X. I know this is 180. They want the angle of elevation, which is here. But in order to get that piece of information, I do need something more. I do need my length AX, which I can find easily by Pythagoras theorem, because I do know my BX now, 430.65. I could use Pythagoras theorem to first find AX is equals to 470 minus square minus 430.65 square root. This will give me a value of about 188.25. Yes, and this is pretty straightforward now. Adjacent, opposite. You would then see Mr. Tan applying tangent. Opposite, oval, adjacent side. And so final answer, this will give me a value of 43.7166, 43.7 degrees to 1 decimal place, and therefore the angle of elevation of T from A equals 43.7 degrees. With that, we have come to the end of this video of this really long question. So if you like this video, do give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.